We'll begin with an opening statement from Coach, then we'll take questions for the student athletes. After that, we'll dismiss the athletes back to the locker room, and then we'll take questions for Coach.
First of all, thank you guys for all being here today. We appreciate your support. There was a great crowd and great atmosphere for a 1:30 tip-off, first round of the SEC tournament. So hats off to the SEC for making that happen. Really proud of our team's effort. Wanted to finish a little bit better down the stretch right there, but that's not to take away start to finish focus and resiliency that's required to win games in the SEC. It's a really talented Mississippi State team that we knew was going to come out firing on all cylinders, and we really set the tone with our defense, which then led to our offense, and I think these two led the way for us.
We'll take questions for the student athletes. Raise your hand. We'll bring you a microphone. John.
Liv, Miara's really been playing well during SEC competition and over the past 7-8 games, really been lighting it up from outside. What have you seen in her development from the start of the season to now that's enabling her to drain 4 3-pointers and set the family record for most points in an SEC tournament game?
She has grown overall, and I've said it in the beginning before we even started playing that, you know, she's going to be a big key to our team, a big key to our success, and she's shown that night in and night out, and I'm very proud of her, and this is just the beginning, and I'm glad to have her on my left side and have my back, because I know she's ride or die and always has my back no matter what.
And then Miara, for you, Coach talked about the defense in the early going, given the fact that you're back in the paint on defense. How did you see things happening on the defensive end of the floor for the team, and how effective was it?
I mean, we've been working a lot at it, and we've gotten way better from the beginning of the season. So if we just keep going and keep putting our best effort, I think we could be the best defensive team in this tournament.
And then can you talk a little bit about your three-point shot and how you've developed it over the course of the season?
I mean, I think I've been saying this a lot. I think my three-pointer gets me going. I started out playing basketball, shooting threes, so it's kind of I don't know the word, common nature for me. So yeah.
And then Liv, obviously you're excited about this win. You got to turn the page and play Oklahoma tomorrow. We played them close during the regular season. What sort of adjustments, without giving away the game plan, do you think you guys need to make in order to come out on top tomorrow?
I have no idea. I'm trying to enjoy this win right now, and then when we get back to the hotel, I'll flip the page and focus on Oklahoma.
Right here to your right.
For either one of the players, I think you guys have won 2 of your last 3. Getting to SEC tournament wins got to feel pretty good, just momentum-wise. Do you all feel like you have, momentum and feel confident going into tomorrow's game?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, 110%.
Over here on the right.
Liv, you played, I think, 35 minutes today, and a lot has been made about having to play on consecutive days. Does that enter your mind at all, and how do you kind of pace yourself?
I prepared for it in the off season, and so for moments like this, I know my coach has my back, and my teammates have my back, and I train very hard, so when I step on the court, the game comes easy. Usually our practices are harder than games, so it's second nature to me, and I just push through. And our coach always tells us have the edge, and that's what I try to do, whether I'm tired, whether I'm not tired. That's just always in the back of my mind.
Any other questions for the student athletes? Ladies, thank you. You can be dismissed back to the locker room.
Thank you. Shout out to my mom, too.
We'll take questions for Coach.
Rafa, you don't have to video me.
Coach, the same Oklahoma question to you. Obviously enjoying this win, but what do you need to do differently against Oklahoma to come up with a win tomorrow?
Oklahoma's a high-powered scoring offensive team. I felt like we made some young errors late in the game. experience would allow us to make those adjustments. But Reagan Beers is a force inside. Obviously, they've got high-powered scoring guards. Peyton Verhulst and Sahara Williams bring a lot of experience to the floor and a lot of toughness, and so we will absolutely have to match their toughness tomorrow.
Kind of wondering, when you have Liv and Miara playing the way that they did today, I mean, you guys got to feel pretty confident about what you can do on the offensive end. What is it kind of taken, I guess, to sort of get both of them playing on the same page and playing at this level consistently?
They're young, but I couldn't be more proud of them. Liv, 22 points, 10 assists, 7 rebounds. Miara, really active on the defensive end of the floor, things that don't show up in a stat sheet. But I would also throw in there Layla Reynolds brings a toughness to our team that is unmatched. There's been games, I said to her at the end of the game, there's games where you get in foul trouble and we might not have been able to go back to you. And today that was not the case. She's a competitor. She's a consummate Gator. And she's the consummate team player. And then I thought our bench did an exceptionally good job today, especially late in that second quarter. We had to go outside of our rotation due to foul trouble, and they excelled at holding that lead for us. But that's, like Liv said, it's a testament to how we train, what we do, how we prepare. They're the most productive sophomore duo in the country for a reason. And they're really just getting started. They're really dynamic in pick-and-roll offense. Their understanding and their IQ of the game and just how they prepare and their relationship together really sets them apart.
Another one here.
Do you think your team at all is coming into this tournament this week in Greenville with kind of the mindset of like, hey, if we want to get into the NCAAs, like, we got to string a couple together here. Like, do they have that motivation?
Absolutely. I'll just go out and say it. I think we're an NCAA tournament team. But we don't beg and ask for much in our program. We earn everything that we get. That's how we go about our business. And, we faltered early in the season. We had some nagging injuries on and off. That really held us back in the non-conference. But that's not an excuse. We play in the SEC. We compete for the University of Florida. And excellence in winning championships is the expectation, and we understand that. But if given an opportunity to be the last four in, I think we show why the SEC is the best conference in women's basketball right now.
Any other questions for Coach? Thank you, Coach.
Thank you. Go Gators.